anything wrong, y'all could be dismissed.
I'm trying to explain it to you.
Okay, but she saw the plate.
That's exactly what I'm trying to explain.
You can stutter all you want. She saw the plate.
That's exactly what I'm trying to
then
explain.
Then she should have released me. She should have released
exactly
me.
What I'm trying to tell you
about videotaping.
I'm gonna videotape and fly a drone over the place to get some pictures.
So this is public property, so you're allowed here, but you're videotaping. You can see in the back.
Is there like a time limit on how fast you have to pass? A law that states that? What's the law that says I have to keep moving?
Just being reasonable about it.
Okay, and if I to stop to take a picture with...
Imagine being pulled over for something that isn't even a crime and then being pressured to show your ID just because a cop's feelings were hurt. In today's shocking video, watch how citizens completely shut down officers who tried to enforce rules that don't even exist. From fake laws to blatant lies, these cops tried it all, but they got owned every single time. But how far will they go to push their false authority? And who really learns a lesson in the end? Watch till the end. You won't believe how it all unfolds.
The bank is a security issue. I guess it's their biggest deal.
I can't see any of their shit. I'm taking pictures of a big-ass glass building.
I don't think that's really the point.
Well, what is the point?
The point is that I guess her biggest concern, you guys are being a little unnecessarily rude.
No, I told her that we just don't want to disclose the nature of our video. I mean, I don't go around asking people to tell me their private information. I said I'd rather not, disclose why I'm taking a video, but I told her I was like, we're out here taking pictures of everything, not specifically just the bank. So I deterred her on that. There's no ill will, no ill intent. I have no nefarious plans here.
I understand.
I'm simply taking pictures in public, and I'm hoping that you're going to honor your oath and try not to run me off of a publicly accessible area for only exercising a First Amendment protected activity.
I'm not trying to run you off, but what I will say is that, obviously that your actions can cause a reaction, all right? And from what it seems like you're trying to get that reaction.
No, sir. I'm just wanting to take my pictures. I've been walking around the city for the past hour and a half.
Then what can we do to help facilitate the process of you getting along? What would you like to do?
I would like to be left alone, and when I'm done getting my pictures, I'm gonna walk away. Okay. If they wouldn't have told me the cops were coming, I would have already been gone.
I got you.
But they told me the cops were coming. I'm not gonna run.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Once you walk away and leave us alone, I'm gonna finish getting my pictures, and then I'm gonna walk away.
We've spoken. We've done our deal. You got nothing left for this property.
Oh, I'm not done getting my shots. So once you leave me alone, we disengage. I'm gonna finish getting my shots and slowly walk away from here.
Okay. So like I said, the passage is for the easement is for public passage. You guys aren't passing, then you aren't passing.
Is there like a time limit on how fast you have to pass? A law that states that? What's the law that says I have to keep moving?
Just being reasonable about it.
Okay, and if I stop to take a picture would be reasonable, right?
You stop to record on what is considered private property because they have built everything.
This is private. This is private property.
The City of Houston is private property. The City of Houston gutter system is installed on all things, private or not.
And it's publicly funded.
It's city property. That does not make it a place for you to stand.
Oh my God.
It makes it where I am allowed to stand here. As long as I'm not breaking the law.
That's not how that's like a handicapped parking space. You know what I mean?
I'd recommend you call a supervisor, please.
I'm technically not on duty. I'm just here working for the building. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like if you call a supervisor.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
So you,
like I said. Yeah.
Okay. Well, have they contacted the police?
I'm it.
Well, no. I wanted an official report because I'm not because right now you're a paid security guard.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, technically if you want to say.
So I would like to speak with an actual on-duty officer. If you're trying to give me a lawful order, I would appreciate that the law does it, not a security guard.
I haven't given you a single lawful order. I've just asked if you're done, then can we move along?
And I'm not done yet. Once I get left alone, then I'll be done.
Okay, see, and that's that part that I'm talking about, where it's like you're doing something to get a reaction.
No, I just want to be left alone, and I don't want these people to be under the reaction or under the influence that they ran me off or that you ran me off, because that's not the case.
Hey, look, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, look, we talk like adults. We've got an understanding. We both got what we wanted out of here. So
I'm just asking for you to leave me alone.
Hey, look, they hired me to do this. And
so come out and talk to people on the sidewalk.
Houston, it's legal. Here in Houston, this is legal.
Here in the United States, this is legal.
To a certain degree, it is.
As long as I'm not doing anything illegal with my videos.
And you're doing something that's reasonably suspicious.
And a suspicion of crime?
Reporting a bank.
It's suspicion of crime?
Intelligence.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
that is suspicious.
It's suspicion against the law.
It's not suspicious to me.
That's not how that works.
It's subjective.
It's what judge would find suspicious.
Well, it's suspicious against the law.
Reasonable, articulable facts that somebody is committing, about to commit, or has committed a crime.
So you'd have to be under the influence.
And my articulation would be that there's two guys, one with the juggalo tattoo, right? Because I know what that is.
So you're profiling him now.
I am now.
Yeah, he's profiling. He just said he's
Yeah, let's let him keep talking.
now.
Keep digging yourself a hole, Jenkins.
So
This is gonna be beautiful.
you guys are recording outside of a bank where there's clear windows.
I'm recording.
People that come in and out.
I have videos. I have over an hour of videos walking through this whole city, and I haven't had no issues.
But you've gotten to a bank
I've gone past several
and
banks.
We're just asking you to move along.
I've gone
You
past
said
several
you're
banks.
done. Let's
I'm not
just move
done.
along.
I never said I was done. I said I was about to be done, and if they wouldn't have told me the cops were coming, then I would already been gone.
Then why even just do this? Why do this?
Because it's to stand up for my rights, bro.
No. That's not what it is. You're doing it for.
So you asked a rhetorical question.
No, I'm waiting for the real answer. You're
And I'm
doing it
telling
to be a
you.
jackass.
Oh.
Let's be real.
Oh.
Let's be real here. Okay?
I'm doing it to be a jackass. So tens of thousands of people.
He's not on duty. We could take offense to that and get him cited for disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
We need the police out here now. You just committed disorderly conduct. You call him. You got the
call him.
radio.
I'm on duty, remember?
We got the radio, bud.
So you don't mind being disorderly and disrespecting.
Is this disorder?
You're showing disdain to the public.
It's abusive language.
Articulate what disorder is.
Because-
if somebody takes offense to the language you're using,
That's not how that
absolutely.
works.
Oh yeah. I've been charged with it a million times.
That's how that works.
And the fact this is how this works. You are representing the city of Houston right now because you are in uniform and you are insulting members of the public in uniform while you're representing. You just called me a
I
jackass.
said you're doing it to be one.
And so what's the point of even calling a person a jackass?
I'm sure you're a regular person that does regular things. However, this is something that you're doing to incite a reaction.
No, I'm taking pictures in public to get a reaction.
And like I said, this isn't public anymore.
You're getting a
That
reaction.
little gutterway isn't a public place for you to.
So he says this is not public.
Easement,
It is a public.
So
am I supposed to walk in the road?
Property, would you ticket us for? Well, if you were on duty,
If I were on
walking
duty.
in the road.
Or am I supposed to walk in this bike lane right here?
There is a citation for walking in the road.
Okay.
So I can't walk in the road.
Again, the sidewalk is for public passage.
And there has to be a publicly accessible area for us to come
Right,
through.
but you're not
said,
passing.
Yes, I mean, I'm not staying here indefinitely. The only reason I'm still here is because of you. It's hot out here.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, yeah, I got a job lined up in Germany in like 2 weeks. I'll be out of here in a week. In that 2 weeks.
Oh, so he just
doesn't care.
he's admitted just now that he has another job lined up, and that's the reason why he is acting like a jackass. In fact,
in Germany.
See Germany?
Yeah.
is that what you said, right?
Germany, right?
I said Germany. I didn't say Nazi.
It'll be a perfect place for you.
Great place.
You seem like it. You're out here harassing somebody for nothing, dude.
Look,
Taking
man.
pictures. I even told you.
You said you were even.
I have no
profiling him.
nefarious.
I'm
I have no
leveling.
nefarious.
I'm
I already
leveling.
leveled with you.
Look.
I have no nefarious intent. So I've already dispelled the whole thing that you could
Just
articulate.
because you say something. Oh, I'm not gonna murder my wife, though I've got a gun and a knife or something in my hand to kill somebody.
Well, you would
It doesn't
statistically
matter.
have a
It doesn't
higher
matter.
percentage of doing that than me because cops have a higher rate of domestic
Why?
abuse.
Because I'm black.
No, because
Because blacks are murderers.
cops have a higher rate of domestic
how that
abuse.
was
No, we were saying
Cops,
are domestic.
look up the
Yeah.
percentage.
See,
40% of
see how it
cops are.
flips? See how it flips?
40% of
I did the same
cops'
thing y'all were
families
doing.
become a victim of domestic abuse. That's just a
The difference
statistic,
is
bro.
this- You represent the city of Houston.
Look it up.
Recorder system.
Look it up on Google.
Look up who?
Look it up on Google. You got 2 smartphones.
Oh, I do, huh? All right, guys.
You don't even know how
So
many
this has
phones
been
he's got.
fun. This has been fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Just walk
All
away.
right,
Look,
so-
you walk away and then I walk away.
No.
Okay,
You
well,
walk away, then I walk away.
nope.
Hey, no, we can walk the pig around the bank.
You can. You are able to use the passageway to pass.
And I'm passing. The only reason I'm stopped is because you come out to talk to me.
You were stopped when I came here.
Yeah, I was walking back and forth taking pictures.
Look,
passing.
They asked you not to do that. They own everything.
They
up the road.
asked me. They don't own
And there's
this
always
gutter.
Everything up the road.
They
They
maintain.
paid for it.
They
The city
maintain.
just so happens to be the one that builds it.
This has to have a public passage.
Yes, it's for public use. It's for public use.
And you can't.
Passing.
And if you were
for
to
public
if you were to
use.
say I don't want you walking past here because of your camera, that'd be discrimination. So you're telling me that it's legal to discriminate here?
What?
Yes.
No.
They're saying the only reason they don't want me here is because my camera, right?
They found your activity suspicious of recording
A
bank. That's why
camera.
I came
I'm taking
out.
pictures of everything here.
Hey, and they do this every time someone records any bank.
This is ridiculous.
This is insane
No,
where people get
I just
judged
went
and
past
they go home, they get
plenty
filled
of
up
banks.
on
It's
their way
because you
home.
built your house out of glass. You're out here complaining to me.
That's not the point. The
Yeah,
point is,
all the other banks didn't have a problem that were made of brick.
guys, come on, level with me. Guys.
I am. Walk away and I'll walk away.
You're not leveling with me.
Walk away and I'll walk away.
All right, man.
Because you're not going to make me leave here.
No, I'll give you the chance.
You walk away, you go back in this building.
I'll hang up. I'll
Just
hang out.
disengage me.
We're cool.
Disengage me.
I'm trying to.
Okay, have a good day.
I'm making sure.
Thank
that
you.
that we're
All
on
right,
the same level.
sweet. I just don't want no more. I don't want to have no more conversation at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and invoke my Fifth Amendment right to stay silent, and I would appreciate if you just disengage from me.
All right, guys. Please be.
This video shows exactly why it's crucial to know your rights. These officers tried to enforce their feelings instead of the law, but the citizens stood their ground. It's not just about arguing. It's about holding power accountable and making sure authority doesn't go unchecked. Remember, just because someone wears a badge doesn't mean they can make up rules as they go. If you found this eye-opening, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe for more moments where the truth wins. And always remember, record the police. Imagine standing on a public sidewalk, just taking photos, when suddenly a security guard turned cop tries to tell you it's illegal. In today's explosive video, watch how a civilian completely dismantles the false claims of a wannabe officer who tries to enforce feelings instead of the law. This isn't just about standing your ground. It's about knowing your rights and refusing to be bullied. But how far will this guard go to prove his point? And who really gets owned in the end? Watch till the end to see justice served.
Not to record it here.
So you're gonna have to leave.
Right, I'm just trying to conduct my business and then I'll be on
What
my
business
way.
is that?
I'm an independent journalist and I'm asking some questions regarding the facility.
Okay, come
Go
outside.
to outside.
Come outside.
But there's no law.
Ask them outside.
There's no law that says I can't record in here.
But we're asking you that you
I
gotta
understand,
leave.
but there's no
But you
law.
you have to
But
leave,
there's no
though.
law, ma'am.
Okay, but you gotta leave.
There's
from
no
out of
law.
here. You gotta leave from out of here.
There's no law, ma'am. There's no law that says I can't record in here. There's actually a constitution protected right to film
Sir,
law enforcement.
we understand.
You knew it was coming down to the Constitution?
Yeah.
You knew it was coming down to the Constitution, sir?
Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave the premises.
I'm not breaking any laws.
Okay, but I'm asking you to leave the premises.
What authority do you have to make that ask?
I'm a law enforcement officer, so I can do that. And you're breaking the laws of our facility, so I'm asking you to leave
See,
the premises.
ma'am,
I'm asking you
the
to
way-
step outside.
Ma'am, the way
I'm asking you to
I understand
step
that.
outside,
The law is the law.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm asking you to step out.
I could film everything that I can from right here.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Excuse me, sir.
That's a tripping hazard.
I got you.
Okay.
Can you step out this way?
Well, there's no. You just said that the signs were
I'm
for over here,
I'm
right?
asking you to step out, though. You can't stay in this area recording.
It's a publicly
You step
accessible.
right here.
It's a publicly accessible
Sir,
area, ma'am.
I'm asking you politely to step from out of the area.
I would like to speak to a supervisor.
You will, but you're not going to do it while you're recording in here. You're going to.
I have every right to record in here, ma'am.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to step out.
Ma'am, I have every right. I'm asking to speak to a supervisor. I have every right to record in a public lobby. The lobby has to be what? Cleared. Yeah, I mean, but I was kind of forced into the lobby because I'm trying to figure out the visitor schedule, ask some questions. I mean, I have no choice but to be here. I was trying to, like I told you, I'm trying to get the visitor schedule and ask some questions about the facility. If ABC News came in here and asking questions, you wouldn't be treating them this way. You know, just because I'm an independent journalist. Well, not you in particular, man, but the facility. And I understand the policy, but the policy doesn't trump the law. There's no law that says I can't record in here. There's none. You say they said it, not you, but they said it's their law. It's your law here. You guys can't make laws. That's not how it works. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Good, ma'am. I'm just trying to ask some questions regarding the visiting schedule. I'm an independent journalist. Just trying to gather some content for a story.
You cannot have your phone in here.
Why can't I? I'll speak to the captain. That's fine.
It's a policy that phones are not allowed in the facility.
Right. Well, there's people, but that's just not true because there's people inside that.
This is not a federal building. This is a jail.
Right.
Someone's coming outside. stop.
ma'am, what you just said is not
Didn't
true.
make
But
it.
wait, I understand, and I'll wait for them right here. But what?
No, you gotta step outside because you have your cell phone, and cell
But,
phones are not allowed.
Sir, I mean, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. There's people inside of this facility that have cell phones. You could see it right there.
Yes, and
They're in their hands. So what you're saying is not true.
But I need for you, first of all, you got your camera facing me. I don't know if you're recording or whatever you're doing.
Oh, I'm
Right now,
100%
you
recording
just-
you, right?
Yes,
That's my constitutional right to record you, ma'am.
No.
Yes, it is.
Okay, call Captain.
It's my
Williams.
constitutional right. By saying there's no cell phones allowed, that's just a lie because there's people inside here with their cell phones.
Hey, Rico, you seen Captain Williams? Yeah. We have an issue with this gentleman right here.
Hey, how are you?
Coming here recording and
Asking questions, how dare I, you know?
I told him he got to step outside with his cell phone. He's recording something on his phone.
Asking questions. Just asking questions about the visiting schedule, just asking questions about the facility. Yeah, so I just wanted to know about the visiting schedule, how somebody, if they wanted to visit somebody, how does the bonds thing, how does bailing somebody out work?
Bail is not so much anymore in New Jersey.
Okay.
Very, very rare, but you can come to the jail and bail. What you would do is you will say the name of the person that you're looking to bail out. We'll check his jacket, find out how much the bail is, and we'll tell you how much the bail is, whether it's cash only, how you pay the bail.
Could potentially somebody get a list of people and their bails? Like, for example, there's some nonprofits. There's some nonprofits out there that like to, bail people out that don't have the funds, that aren't incarcerated for a violent crime or things of that nature.
Like who's here today with a bail?
Yeah, like yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, like if you just wanted to just bail out somebody who's a non-violent offender that maybe doesn't have the money to post bail. I know in New Jersey, usually for non-violent things now, you don't get held, right?
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
Gotcha. And as far as the visiting schedule, how does that work?
So non-contact visits.
They're all non-contact visits?
Monday, well, lawyers know that lawyers have window visits.
Okay.
Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday? Yeah. Monday through Friday, not on the weekends. Half hour, twice a week. Half hour, twice a week.
Okay. But with the general public, it's non-contact visits? It's through what, like a video screen?
No. It's face to face.
Oh, okay. But just, there's like a partition or something?
There's a jail term for, you can't actually reach out and touch the person, but you're still seeing them.
Oh, okay. So you're just like right across like a partition. You can't touch them or anything like that. And that's Monday through Friday. You said 30 minutes is the visit length?
Twice a week, yeah.
Twice a week.
An hour in total.
Okay. Is there something that you have to sign up beforehand or?
Yes.
It is?
There's a website. It should be accessible on our website, anhanhkoem, to register yourself as a visitor.
Okay. And as far as the policy for not having cell phones in here, I was just told by another lieutenant over here that you're not allowed to have a cell phone in here, but there's so many people inside of here with cell phones, so I'm not understanding where that policy came from.
No, come in.
I don't see the level of this, but we try to limit it.
Right.
Policy and different things.
Right.
So
yeah, that's why I was just trying to explain, the policy and law are two different things.
like it.
Right. Gotcha. So is there the captain coming that I could speak to regarding?
I don't think he is going to come out, but
No.
I can answer any of your questions.
Okay. So it's just a policy. Is that an actual policy to not have cell phones?
Yeah, we do try to prohibit.
Or because sometimes I'm told things are policies and they're not actual policies. They're just people saying things.
And I think the real reason is that most of the time when somebody's coming here, the objective is for them to enter.
Right.
And you cannot enter with a cell phone.
Right.
So
Enter
someone's
the actual
coming here-
facility.
yeah,
Right.
someone's
Right.
coming
Of
here,
course.
they're
Yeah.
coming for a
Yeah.
visit. So you know what we're going to say? Don't bring your phone.
Right.
Because there's no place to put it.
Right. Well, what about what are those lockers used for over
You
there?
have to bring your own padlock.
Oh,
And
okay.
again, that's something not a lot of people would be aware of.
Be aware of to do that, right? So you just say basically no phones that way, or bring it back to your car, right?
Yes.
But those lockers over there are used for visitors that they can.
Sometimes a visitor comes and they have a jacket, and you have to check your jacket.
Okay.
So you can use the lockers.
Okay. All right. I think that's all my questions. I appreciate it, Lieutenant. Thank you so much for answering all my questions today. Thank you so much for being transparent. Thank you a lot. Thank you. I have a hard time, trying to separate what's the policy and what's law. And then, some of your officers here were saying, well, it's our law. And when you think about it that way, it's kind of dangerous, right? Our law, the correction department doesn't make law, so it's kind of scary. And it's the amount of people need to understand what the law is, what the rights are, what everything else. And that's what I'm here to try to accomplish. That's why I'm working on the story here. I've gotten some emails about this facility here. So, and if I wanted to do like an OPA request, that's in New Jersey, right? So who would handle the OPA request for the facility?
I think you have to send it to Captain Dilly.
Captain Dilly?
Yeah, and that's, you can email him. His first initial, last name, @HCMJ.
And his first initial would be? K. K Dilly at Hudson.
HCNJ.us.
Thank you. All right, that's it. Thank you again. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you as well. Take care. Have a nice day, guys. Take care. Hey, sir, can I help you? Oh, I was going to ask you if I could help you.
Well, I work here, so I'm asking you if I can help you, sir.
Oh, no, you came up to me, sir.
I know, you're in the parking lot. They said they got you on camera. They said you're filming cars.
Right. Does that sound ironic? They got me on camera filming cars?
County property.
Right, public property.
Well, it's county property.
Which means it's public. Right. So, yeah, no, I don't. To answer your question, sir, I don't need any help. Actually, can I get your name and badge number while you're here?
My name is Officer Janae.
Officer Janae?
And my badge number is 1066.
Okay. Thank you, Officer Janae.
Just checking stuff out?
Yeah, just looking around, yeah.
Personal reporter?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look around the facility. All right? Take care. I'm sorry? Yes. Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video in public.
Okay, can you not record the facility as a secure building?
Right. I mean, yeah, it's a secure building beyond the fence. I'm not going beyond the fence. Why wouldn't you want people recording the fence? Does it give up any operational security? It does?
I'm gonna ask you to please don't record that area. Don't
Not record which areas?
That's fine, the parking lot, you're right, that's a building, but now you're trying to secure the perimeter inside the secure area.
You're aware that Google satellite view that everybody has access to can just get everything here without having to come here personally and record it, right?
Yes.
All right, so it's kind of silly for you to say, no, I can't point my camera in this direction or this direction. It just doesn't make any sense.
Please, if you could just direct the camera to that.
I'm going to record whatever I can see from public, okay?
Okay. Do you have any, if you don't have any business here, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave also.
It's public property, sir. I'm not breaking any laws, so you can call law enforcement and see if they will oblige you in your request, but this is public property. I'm allowed to be here, just like anybody else has the right to be here. This is not a restricted area of any kind.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, sir. If you don't leave in the next few minutes, I'll be back.
If I don't leave in the next few minutes, you'll be back? Okay, I'll wait right here for you. This officer, even though he says he'll be right back, that he's not going to be coming back at all. That's what I would assume, that he's not going to come back here whatsoever. Yes, sir.
Just for your safety, I don't mind whatever you're doing. Just please be careful of the cars coming in and out. I don't want anybody to hit you.
Okay, sir.
Like the police cars coming in and out.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you concerned for me. I'm also concerned for your safety. Would you mind putting your seatbelt on?
I'm just pulling up there, sir. Thank you.
All right. I'm concerned for your safety as well.
I'll take care of it.
You know, it is the law.
I know. I'm in the parking lot.
It's the law.
I got you, sir.
All right. Take care.
This video is a powerful reminder that just because someone wears a uniform doesn't mean they know the law. These wannabe cops tried to enforce their feelings, not facts, and ended up looking foolish. This isn't just about taking pictures, it's about standing up against authority figures who abuse their power. Knowing your rights isn't just a privilege, it's your power. If this video inspired you, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more eye-opening encounters. And always remember, record the police.